When it comes to the houses in astrology, there is a fan favorite, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. The fifth house. The fifth house is all about, honestly, like authentic expressions and experiences of joy and how you reproduce yourself out into the world, right? So this can involve how you express yourself creatively, how you respond to children, and how you have relationships with the children in your life and the ones that you that are your children. It can speak to your relationship with romance and joy at large. The fifth house is about, in some ways, it's about relationships. It's about your relationship with your inner child in a lot of ways. It is, in a certain way, there's a certain quality of like being present that comes along with the fifth house. It's an expressive house, and it is very much reinforcing ideas of you, because it's time for you to take the self that you've cultivated and figure out how to move it out into the world a little bit, right? It can be a really fun house. It can be a really fun house. Transits to your fifth house can be really joyful and enjoyable, and can encourage you to participate more creatively in your life, and to seek out joy, and to more fully experience like authentic expressions of joy, right? And placements that you have in the fifth house can really speak to what lights you up on a really like foundational kind of deep level, what makes you shine, because the things that you create in the fifth house are often things that you want to put out into the world in an intimate and immediate way, not like put on a grand stage for everyone to see, but you're like, these are your babies, you know, you're releasing them out past the boundaries of what is you and past the boundaries of what is your home, because we're building on the angular house of the fourth house with this succedent house of the fifth house. And so in that vein, the fifth house is separating you a little bit from your foundations in your home. It's taking you out of your comfort zone just a little bit in some ways, and it's asking you, what you want the world outside of you to see of you. In some ways, the world outside of your home, outside of your private and intimate spaces that are the fourth house. The planet Venus has its joy in the fifth house. In case you couldn't tell by the themes that we're talking about here, these are very Venusian themes. Venus loves being in this house, and the thematic resonance between joy and creativity and expressions of love and beauty are what ties Venus to this house in a lot of ways. If you have your IC here, you're gonna sort of double down on these themes in the sense that creative expression feels safe to you. Being able to find joy is a matter of security, of foundations, right? Like, it's really important for you on an integral, intimate level to have a relationship with your own authentic joy and creative processes. And these themes that we've talked about in the fifth house will be really integral to your sense of safety, grounding, and will be really important for you in your private life. Because the fifth house is forming a whole sign trine to the first house, energy in the fifth house is very supportive of the self that you're developing in the first house. And then otherwise, you can look to the ruler of your fifth house for more information about how to approach this house, how to relate to it, the conditions of that ruling planet, the sign it's in, the house it's in, etc. We'll give you some more information about this. Let me know if you have any questions, and up next we will talk about the sixth house.